Morning.
And any other call-ins?
You doing, Allison? Do you want me to start?
Yes, that'd be fine.
Right. Um, yes, my name is Alon Peoples, and I'm the tech support helping out with this class agent meeting for today. What I will actually do, I'm going to go through a quick little introduction on how to use this system here called Cisco WebEx, and then from there, I will turn it back over to Allison, so she can continue on with her meeting. So right here, everybody should see on their screen the different rules of engagements for what we're doing here with this actual meeting. So again, please, and I just pressed the wrong button. Give me a second. There we go. So, what we would like everybody to do is when you talk, give everybody just a minute because you're going to end up speaking over each other. You have to make sure that you keep yourself muted because if you don't, you're going to people that are talking will hear echo in the background. So when you're not actively speaking, please mute yourself. For those who are on the phone, there should be a hard mute button on your phone to actually mute yourself because if I mute you, you're not going to know that we won't hear you. So please mute yourself if you're on the telephone. If you're on the telephone and you have a question, please you're going to have to interrupt verbally to so we can hear you. But if you're on the application on your computer, please raise your hand and we'll go through the raise your hand portion on the next slide. And again, when you're talking, it's going to be like a 2 second delay. So please give everybody the common courtesy just to wait before you jump in and start talking. Um, for the actual application, this is the screen that you're seeing other than the pretty face. So right here, you have your auto mute button on the far left-hand side. That's a good thing. If you want to go on video, right next to the auto mute, you have your video to put you on mute and unmute your video. Now, you have the ability to show all the participants that are in the actual meeting itself. So if you want to look at those participants, is right there. When you came into the actual meeting itself, it asks you to place your name and the class that you are representing. So to get to the chat box is down in this corner. You click that, it'll actually bring up the chat and you can actually type in questions and also put your information in there. And last but not least, if you want to raise your hand, the raise your hand button is located under the emoji symbol right here at the bottom. So if you would like to raise your hand, if you're on an application, that is how you do it to get to your raise your hand portion. So that's the end of my presentation for the tech support piece. I will turn it over to Allison. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Alon. We really appreciate you. Good morning, everyone. How's
Good
everyone doing? It's great
morning.
to see all the class agents. How's everybody?
Fine.
That's good.
Fine.
From the agenda, we're not going to do the welcome or the introductions or the roll call because that'll take too long. We only have an hour, and we want to move through as quick as possibly. So, excuse me, this is Ms. Blackwell. She wanted to join, but I don't think she knew how. Excuse me 1 second. I want to see if I can get her to join. Thank you.
Yes, Dorothy Blakely, class of 1982, was on the phone. I had trouble launching the meeting also. It said it was an invalid number, but
Ms. Blackwell, we're on the, I'll just put you on speaker. You could call in.
yeah, that's what Dorothy Blakely had to do. Just on the agenda.
It's 132.
Hey,
132666. No. 132666. Yes, ma'am.
13266.
And then 6338. 6338. 38. 6338. Yes, ma'am. And there's a password, but I don't know if you need a password to call in.
Even to my computer.
Allison, give her my phone number and let her call me, and you can finish the meeting.
I'm going to give you Vanessa's phone number. You can give her a call.
Vanessa, this is Dorothy. The meeting
'Cause I'm
number
actually on the
is
call
not
now.
working under the
waiting
meeting
for me.
ID.
Okay. All right.
Me, I don't. Am I supposed to use something under that WebEx line? So it's the enter meeting ID or personal link, and the 132-666-6338. It's not working there. It's saying.
Okay, Miss Blakely, I'm gonna
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna email you. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, Allison, you can go ahead.
Thanks, Vanessa. Just wanted to thank everyone for joining us on your Saturday. And also, thank you again for being wonderful class agents and being loyal to Morgan State University and doing all that you do for your alma mater, Morgan. And we really appreciate all the time and effort and fundraising that you all do. And this year, we're celebrating the classes ending in 1 and 6. And the 50th anniversary class is the class of 1971, excuse me. Do we have anyone? 71, Mr. Giles. How are you? Congratulations to your class. We're really happy for you all. This is kind of an awkward time. So would you like to tell us what you all have been doing? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but we'd love to hear it.
Well, you did put me on the spot, and but that's okay. As you can well imagine, what we've been doing is surviving the pandemic. So we haven't had any formal activities or any formal meetings. We're just doing our best to stay in contact with one another, just to keep up everyone's spirits and help them get through this trying year, and just pressing on to see when the opportunity will be available for us to do something at a more formal level somewhere in the future.
Thank you. And you all had a letter and an email blast that went out yesterday to your class. You want
Right,
to tell
and
them? Go ahead.
it did go out, and I've heard from several class members who've gotten that particular communication and has made some donations. I was checking with some folks to just to verify that. So, that's one good effort that we have to maintain some connectivity.
Oh, that's wonderful. And you're working with Denise. You've been working with Denise Smith, right? That's
Yes,
wonderful.
absolutely.
Do you all have any planned activities that you might? I know you just said, but anything that you might do virtually?
Yeah, we're thinking about. I'm going to get with the executive committee for our class, and we're going to plan a Zoom meeting, and then take it from there to see what else we can do. And then, as the pandemic subsides and we get better understanding what we can do, social distancing, we'll probably come up with something else. But right now, we are going to plan a Zoom meeting for the class sometime this summer, probably.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. We appreciate that update. You did fabulous. Thank you. Would anyone else like to tell us what they've been doing for their class or what their class has been doing? I know it's been challenging, but somebody might have been doing something new or innovative that we haven't heard of.
Oh, Allison,
Hi,
Mike
this is
Bell.
Dorset.
Hi, Mike.
No,
How are
sorry.
you?
I'm doing well. Uh, the class of 1976, this would have been our 45th anniversary. We're continuing to fundraise, and we're having meetings. However, we've decided to forego any type of celebration until next year when hopefully we can all be together at the alumni luncheon. And at that time, we plan on presenting our gift.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, we appreciate you doing that. And how do you communicate with your classmates?
We're doing it via email as well as telephonically. We do plan on having a Zoom meeting uh, to stand up a couple of committees for fundraising. One of my classmates was pretty upset that we weren't doing anything this year, and I told him it's kind of impossible with the coronavirus to really for all of us to get together as well as do anything on campus. So
Yes,
we're
thank you.
we're deferring to next year, and hopefully we'll be able to do last year's class, our class, and the class for next year.
Okay, that's yes.
Allison, this is Linda Davis, class of 1972.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Our class, we have a reunion committee that's been together for at least 40 years. About 40, 45 years. I mean, different, groups have come in and passed through, but most of the members have been with us at least 35 to 40 years, and
That's fabulous.
That's
we
awesome.
meet monthly, and we've really been meeting since 2016 on a monthly basis. We put together a proposal and adopted the incoming freshmen who will be graduating next year in 2022. We adopted them in 2018. And we were formally introduced to them at freshman orientation, July 2018. And we had in-person activities with them, of course, until last March. Since that time, we meet with we have mentees that came out of our outreach program, and we meet with them virtually, either over with virtual meetings, or we do phone meetings. We do a few one-on-one in-person meetings with them, but it's been very limited. But we keep in touch with them on a regular basis, at least once a month, if not more often. But we have sent out, as far as the class, the full class, we sent out an electronic pre-reunion survey to see what our class members want to do or what they would like to do next year, which is our 50th, which will be our 50th anniversary. So we sent that out. We set up a website, and we've gotten electronic replies, and we've done a hard mailing. And in total, we've gotten about 65 or 70 replies, of course, varying as to what classmates would be interested in doing, if we can do anything next year. But we do communicate with the full class on electronically via email, and we would like to do at least one virtual, but right now we've been concentrating on keeping up with the mentees and trying to keep the program going. And we also have done a book scholarship for this is the second year we awarded a book scholarship to five of our mentees this year. Last year we had three mentees getting $500 each, and this year the five mentees got $300 each. And our mentees are from New York, Ohio, and New Jersey. So we're trying to keep up as well as we can, and we're also adding to our endowment. Our goal is to be able to present our endowment gift next year during the graduation weekend.
Wow, you all have been very busy. That's fabulous, Linda. Thank you for sharing.
Hi,
Thank
this is
you.
Dolores Davis. Hi, this is Dolores Davis from the class of 1986,
Hi,
and we are
Dolores.
celebrating our 35th this year. And we have been having Zoom meetings and to stay in touch. We have group chats, and we also been active on social media. And because of the pandemic, and most of us are not quite coming up to retirement, so we're doing constantly work-related Zoom meetings and Teams meetings. We opted not to try to do anything virtual, just simply because people are kind of zoomed out. So we are doing a direct donation campaign for our gift, and we got our class 86 fund added to the online giving options, and people have been donating online, to go towards our anniversary gift.
Thank you, Dolores. That's
But
fabulous.
we communicate through the Facebook page. We created a Morgan State Class of 86 Facebook page, and we do the group chats and the Zoom meetings. Thank you.
Thank you. That's fabulous. Thank you. Would anyone else like to share anything?
Good morning,
Yes.
good morning. This is Laverne Poteet Scott with the class of 75. Hello, it's good to see you, Alice.
Hi, Laverne. How are you? It's great to see you too.
Okay. Just want to say the class of 75, we have Connie Andrews on the line as well as Larry Banks. We celebrated our 45th anniversary last October 2020, and we did a Zoom celebration. So feel free to still can celebrate. We did history about Morgan, and we did celebrate some of the things we wanted to do upcoming. And we had two surprises. Um, Joyce Brown attended, and our president attended us on the class Zoom, so we were so excited. So the class had committed to doing the endowment. We also had a meeting with Denise. We've had several meetings with her. So in December, the classmates committed to doing the endowment. So the class of 75, within 4 weeks, we were able to get $3,200 together to do the initial payment for our endowment. So the members were very excited, and a lot of the classmates donated 100 or 200, and we were able to do the initial application and complete it. Hopefully it's not complete, but we did our part. We turned in the 3,200 in February. We also had another meeting with the class, and they proposed that they would like to continue to commit to making payments every quarter, so every 3 months. So our endowment is coming along. So when we get to our 50th anniversary, we'll be ready to make scholarships to our students at Morgan. I'm gonna have Connie just share with the classmates how we communicate our classmates, and then we'll have Larry to share about our website and some of our fundraisers. I'll pass it to Connie and we'll be out your way, and Larry.
Thank you, Laverne. That was fabulous. Thank you so much.
Okay, Connie Andrews, there you go.
Good morning, everyone. We have been
Miss Connie, wait a minute before you continue. Somebody is have two systems working at the same time, and we getting feedback. Could you please turn one off? Turn your volume down if you're running your phone and your computer. Okay, that's better. Okay, go ahead, Miss Connie. I'm sorry for interrupting. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Yeah, the class of 75, we have on a regular basis, usually quarterly, we have a Zoom meeting, and we make sure we go through all our memories, and we conduct our business. We have one coming up, as a matter of fact, on April 2nd for the group to talk, and it also keeps us connected, and we update each other on what's going on as far as Morgan, because not everybody reads their correspondence. So that's also a way of us keeping the class up to date on what's going on. Other than that, well, like I said, we do Zoom, last minute things or whatever we need, we will get together and talk about things. So I will pass it off to Larry, who can talk about some of our fundraising.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Andrews. That was wonderful.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody this morning?
Hi, Larry. Good. It's good to see you. How you doing?
Good. Welcome back, Allison. Good to see you back.
Thank you.
And how you doing, Miss Brown, and everybody else in the group? Class of 75 fundraising activities. What we got going on now is we've, and I'll go with the website first. We've had a website set up since I think the spring of 2015. We started out with just a few items on the website. It's grown to the point where it's just several pages long. It's got all the activities of the class. Also, we're incorporating some of the fundraising activities of the class on the website. I last checked on the website, I think we've had several 100,000 hits on the website. So the website is doing this job, and folks are really getting interest in the website. Going into fundraisers, we've established the site with shop.com. We've started a link to shop.com with our funds going into the purchases that folks make on shop.com will go into the Morgan State University Endowment Fund. Hopefully with the shop.com we can get more participation. I made a purchase yesterday of some KN95 masks to try to get things kicked off a little bit. Really needed in the that we're really looking for since we had the pandemic to try to get those back that are very difficult to get. Other fundraising activities that we got going on right now, we're in the planning process of doing a health care fundraiser. Vern's got a little bit more information on that than I do, but the idea is we're in the process of planning it. Hopefully we'll have it in the near future where we can raise some money using healthcare products that will benefit everybody, and we can put more money into the endowment fund, which we've really done a really good job of the last 2 months raising the $3,200. That's all I have this morning. Also, getting back to shop.com, and hopefully we can get a lot of folks, other classes involved. I know Mike Bell has been instrumental in dealing with the shop.com. We can get some little bit of promotion from the alumni center at the university. I think it would really be great help. I think it would be a really great help to get more funds into the endowment fund. Thanks a lot, everybody. Stay safe.
That's fabulous. Thank you, Larry. What kind of healthcare products are you having? Are you selling?
We have, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. It's all different types of healthcare products. We have to send you the link so that you can check out the website for us.
Okay, that'd be fabulous.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Jackie,
you.
thank you, class of 75. You all are doing a fabulous job. Jackie, how are you?
And everyone. It's so good to see all of you. I'm a little bit kind of behind the times with all this Zoom and stuff. But anyway, Charles, I see you there. And I don't know if you had a chance to speak yet. So if you have not, could we hear Charles and then we'll come back to me?
Okay. Hi, Charles. How are you?
You have to unmute yourself, Charles.
Hi, how you doing? I'm glad to see you back.
Thank you. It's good to see you. How are
The only
you?
thing I have to say is that, part of the discussion dealt with what are some of your people are doing, and I like to give congratulations out to, in particular, one of our classmates named Newell Quinton. Newell has done a wonderful job of going back to his hometown, and his hometown is a place called San Domingo in Dorchester County, Maryland. And what he has done, he's helped renovate the schools there to set it up as a community center. San Domingo happened to be a place started by free blacks back in the early 1800s, and I just thought that was some form of great recognition. He was recognized in the Chesapeake Bay Journal, the Baltimore Sun, Washington Post, and even on NBC News. So hats off to him. So that's my little statement about what some of our or one of our members is doing. Okay, Jackie.
What I'd like to say is I'm so glad to see everyone walking well and healthy. Our class, of course, is the class that does not do active fundraising. We've tried for years, but we just can't seem to get a handle on it. But what we plan to do for this year, for October 5th, we already sent out one letter. We're sending out a second letter. That letter is requesting everyone to consider very seriously sending any money they would have spent on alumni weekend. That means transportation, lodging, food, the alumni luncheon, considering to donate all that money to our scholarship fund. And we are looking actively towards our next reunion, which would be our 60th. And we are beginning to initiate plans for fundraising for that. And one thing, I have some concern about students nationwide. I have my head in CNN most of the day, and I understand that all over the country, college students are not faring very well. Many of them are dropping out. I don't know what the status of Morgan students are, but I would like to have some information so we know what's happening with our students, and that might be helpful in encouraging our students to donate, our classmates to donate. And also, I don't know if you've seen the 1963 film of Morgan that's been circulating. And if you haven't seen it, you really should see it. It's actually owned by thing that she's done. She's polished all the silver in her house. She's polished all the brass, but that class does not rest. Mrs. Johnson came up with this idea to raise funds for Morgan also. She asked all of her classmates to donate $1 for every door in her house, in their houses. And I just walked around this house and I counted doors, and I had 26, and I'm not sure I got them all. But I think that's a really good, easy fundraiser for anyone. And she had not gotten a full report from all her classmates, but she had $4,000 just counting doorknobs. Not doorknobs, I'm sorry, doors. But counting doorknobs could also be included in there. But I thought that was a really nifty idea for the nifty people of 50. So all I can say is I want to know what's happening with Morgan students, and any information I can get about what's happening with our students, we'd like to incorporate into that letter that's going out very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Charles. Wonderful. That's great. That's wonderful. Thank you. Would anyone else like to let us know what you've been doing? Dorothy, you're on mute. Unmute. Unmute.
This is Dorothy Blakely from the class of 1982. Greg Penn, the other agent, is also on this call. First of all, I have to say just very quickly, I know we did not do the prayer, but we need to write our governor because the HBC equity bill has passed the House and the Senate in Maryland, and it is sitting on the governor's desk. And last year, he vetoed it because of COVID relief. So during this time, with the African American vice president and with people on the call who have lost significant loved ones, I have to say very quickly, thank you, Lord, that we are meeting. Thank you, Lord, that we are here for a time as this. And let us pray for Morgan that it gets the equity that it really deserves. Amen. The class of 1982 has been meeting on a Zoom meeting monthly. Thank you, Alumni News, for an e-blast that went out in December. That was an end of year appeal. We have established an endowment. It's half funded. We should be just at 5,000. We were at like 4.8. The new class agent is Greg Penn. He has established a Facebook page. The class of 82 did a news article in the fall news. And we also submitted for the spring news. And we are very excited. I stopped by the alumni office and made a donation, and they gave me these wonderful Morgan cups. And in December, I thank the 8 members of our steering committee for being so helpful, meeting every month, starting a Zoom. One of the reasons why I couldn't get on this call is because I was putting the number in Zoom and it's Cisco. So it really is difficult to navigate these times, but I applaud everyone for putting Morgan first, forever Morgan. And I have also received my duplicate brick for the class of 1982. So thank you that participated on, and just, we can do this, we can get through this. I got a lot of good ideas from people like adopting classes. We should be adopting and partnering with these classes of 92, 02, 12. I love the thing about the door. Just getting so much information is wonderful. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Dorothy. Your class has been
Hello?
really busy.
Hello?
Thank you.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello? This is Greg Penn.
hi, Greg. How are you?
Hi. Good. If I may, could I just dovetail just for a couple of seconds of
Sure.
Dorothy's remarks? Thanks again for the introduction, Dorothy. I just wanted to add to a couple of things of what she said. One, we have officially established our shop.com website as well. I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you to Mike Bell for all his assistance and Denise Smith. So I think the next thing we have to do is get the information out to our class. And Vanessa, I'm going to be reaching out to you to do that. And as Dorothy said, our fund we just started, our endowment. And we're halfway funded. As you all know, you got to get to 10K before it actually becomes official. And our goal, we have a fundraiser that we're working on. It's a little preliminary, so I don't want to talk about it yet. We're going to bring it up in our next meeting. What we hope, our strong hope is by the time this fundraiser hits in the next month or so, that we will indeed have the endowment completely funded. So probably, hopefully, we'll have some good news on the next class agent call. But I just wanted to formally say hello. Glad to be a part of this. And as they say, Morgan for forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg, and thank you for joining the class agents. We really appreciate you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Would anyone else like to say anything about what their class has been doing? Okay. Well, you guys have really been busy and moving ahead. And also, the alumni website, it's being redesigned. And Vanessa's been doing a great job redesigning it, but we need your help with any kind of pictures or news that you might have. If someone in your class has gotten an award or being honored for something, we would love to feature that and put it up. Also, if you have a picture, that will be wonderful, because the redesign, it's space for a lot of different photos and pictures, and we just want it to be appealing and attractive to the eye. So if you get any of that, you can send it to me or Vanessa, and we really appreciate it. It could be something like that you put in the alumni news also, but we really like to put it on our website. Any
Yeah.
questions about what you might send in?
I mean, can I say something, please,
Yes,
Allison?
Vanessa.
So the website is being redesigned, and the most important thing is that we need content. People, I mean, we've had issues with our website that we have now because there's no content. It's kind of drab. So we're trying to make it more inviting where we have more people come onto the site. If there's a person in your class who is doing extraordinary things out there in the world, send us the information, the link to if they have a site, a link to their site, and we'll feature them as an alumni spotlight. So just consider that anybody doing anything that you feel that the world needs to know, we can put it on our site and share it with everybody. And I think even if you have like a business, even businesses, because we do have our a business directory. So if you have your own business, it has to be your own business. If you have your own business, then we can definitely add you to our business directory so that people can know what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa. That's great. Thank you. And also, Ms. Brown, do you want to talk about homecoming or anything that you would like to bring up?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Well, we do have a homecoming date. Of course, everything depends on this pandemic. But before I speak about homecoming, I want to, a lot of you probably wants to know what's going on about commencement. The university is planning in-person commencement this year. There are a lot of unknowns at this point because they still don't know where the pandemic where it's going to be at that time. But however, they are still planning for May. I think it's the 15th and the 16th. And on the 15th of May, let me make sure I got the right date. May the 14th and May 15th. May 14th, they are planning a commencement for the class of 1920. That's both spring and winter commencement. And on the 15th, it's for 21. And that's, of course, is for the fall graduates as well as the spring graduates. The issue is the number of people that they could have in the stadium. I'm still waiting for some information because I've asked them to provide me with the information regarding the number of people according to the fire marshal. But of course, I have not gotten that yet because everything is still up in the air. However, what they are looking at now, unfortunately, I was trying to get some information on our 50th anniversary class because in all the discussion, I wasn't hearing anything. And so I reached out to the chairperson, and she said, unfortunately, there would be no room for the 50th anniversary class. They don't even know how they're going to accommodate the graduates. It's my understanding that currently they have about 1,200 graduates. That doesn't include any family members. They're still trying to work that out. And even commencement, they're talking about not having any faculty there. They're also planning to limit the platform guests. They also, I've been in touch with them regarding, because you know, each and every year, the president of the Alumni Association induct the new graduates into the Alumni Association. They're not sure how they're going to do that. They're looking at possibly when the students come across the stage, that they would just exit the stadium. And that way, if the president of the Alumni Association would induct them, there wouldn't be no graduates there for her to induct. We're looking at the possibility of inducting them prior to, them awarding their degrees. So everything is up in the air. So as they progress, I will keep you all informed. But right now, those are just some things they are looking at in ways that they can be creative during this pandemic. Also, I wanted to say about homecoming. They do have a homecoming date, which is November the 20th. I think it's the 20th. It's supposed to be playing North Carolina Central University. Of course, we don't know how that's going to pan out either, but they do have a date. So
Ms. Brown,
I'm
November
sorry.
20th
I'm sorry.
or
No, I'm talking
October,
the 23rd.
October.
I'm talking about October 23rd. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was in November. I was thinking about Thanksgiving. October the 23rd, and it's North Carolina Central. That's it. That's the opponent right now. So we shall see about that also. I don't see how we can have a homecoming with all those people coming in from different areas. But we shall see. Maybe by that time, everybody will be vaccinated, you know. With regard to the classes, what I'm thinking about now is with regard to your class gifts, of course, we couldn't have Alumni Day. And I know you all, we notified you all about that because the president said we couldn't have any in-person events on campus unless it possibly be commencement. We had one time thought about having a virtual Alumni Day, but we opted not to have any honorees this year because it's just not the same to honor somebody virtually. And, of course, our honorees are one of the highlights of our event. Last year, of course, we did do something virtually because we had already, had identified our honorees. Also, so you didn't want to just promote the class gifts, like we do every year for the 5-year period. But what we want to do is to, put in our fall issue of the Alumni News, the contributions that you all have made over the past 5 years. And wanted to know, how do you all feel about that? Anybody have any comments on that? Yes. Jackie?
I think that's a great idea because it helps to make people feel connected. I did have one comment, if you let me go back to commencement. When they made when they were making those plans, is something wrong? No, here. No.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
I'm hearing some feedback.
Brown, you have to mute your Jackie's talking, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. We're all learning. Okay, but what I wanted to ask about commencement, are they making any plans for rain? Because I remember our commencement, we weren't having a pandemic and it rained. And I remember some of the chaos that occurred inside because there were so many people. So I think they really need to think about rain while they're making those plans. But getting back to your list, I think that's a great idea to post people's contributions. And I think that will also make people come out of their pockets more because we really need people to come out of their pockets right now, especially with us, being in the situation we are. We've never had anything like this before, and we need to do everything we can to help get out of it and get back to some sense of civility and normalcy. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I haven't heard any plans with regards if it rains. I know last year we had a tent. I don't know. I serve on the general committee, and right now they are meeting in the executive committee. It's my understanding they're supposed to have a general meeting pretty soon. Maybe I can get that information to you, but right now I do not know because, like I said before, everything is up in the air. Everything. Are there any other questions or comments? Okay, if nobody has any questions or anything. Okay, thank you all.
Jackie, go ahead, Jackie.
I just had a few comments. I wanted people to be aware that, of course, we have the Ruth Sheffy lecture on March 25th. We have the Turborg Penn, I think it's the third annual lecture. That's on March 31st. And they both are going to be online. And also with the Home Depot, Retool Your School, I'd like to know if there's some way next year that we can actually get in on the very beginning, because I know we can beat those other schools. If we are just allowed to get in as soon as it starts, there's no way those schools can beat us. We have enough alums and enough friends to help us to be able to win that. And I think that is pretty much everything I had. I just made a few little notes. Okay. All right. But thank you for letting me say those things.
Thank you, Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie, with regard to the Retool Schools, we sent it out when we received it immediately. So I don't, when the resource center sent it to me, we sent it out. So I don't know how long they held it or where they got the information from. But of course, we sent it out numerous times for us to still be able to have won. So I don't know where the issue is regarding it, but it was everywhere.
Would it be okay if I just do a little investigating to find out from where it comes initially and to find out if we can actually get in the very beginning of it? Would that be okay? Since I don't have anything else to do.
I mean that's fine, but I don't know whether Retool Your School. I don't know how they chose the resource center for the money to go to the resource center. I don't know the process.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's something you want to do, that's fine. I don't have any problems with it. But it comes from the university to us.
Okay.
We don't generate it. We just push it out.
I know. I just want to know where it comes from initially, where it's coming from someplace where somebody has this idea. And since I'm in the house and not going anywhere except doctor's appointments, would give me something to do besides counting doors in here. No, but
Well,
I
that's
think
fine.
Okay.
And also, Ms. Brown, what the golf tournament? That's the first Friday of May, right?
Yes, it's May the 10th. And those of you, they have, fortunately, they
May
have.
the 10th. May the 10th is a Monday. Monday.
That's when it is. That's when it is.
Mm-hmm.
So what did I say?
No, you didn't, Alice.
I said Friday. I was thinking it was a Friday. It's on a
Oh,
Monday
no,
this year.
I said May the 10th, which is on a Monday. And then if anybody, if you don't play golf, and I think that they have all of their golfers, I think they currently have a waiting list, but you also can, purchase a T sign or a virtual cart. And we have sent several emails out regarding that also. And also, if anybody would like to volunteer, just let me know. I have some time frames for in the afternoon. Everything is virtual, and they're doing safe distancing. The breakfast is going to be like a pick up and go, and so they're, you know, fulfilling all the necessary precautions to maintain the safety of the individuals. So, if anybody's interested, just let me know. Of course, it's at Turf Valley Country Club. Thank you.
Ms. Brown, could a class participate, like, I guess, and would they be raising money for the foundation? Class
Yes,
members?
yeah, they could. I mean, they could, like I said, they could do a virtual cart. They could do a T sign. Just let me know. And I know you all have gotten the emails, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Received anything about the golf tournament?
You haven't seen anything about the golf tournament?
No, I have not. And I get like all these emails for the Women's Month conferences and whatever. I'm getting all that, but I haven't heard anything about the golf tournament until just now.
We send those out on a regular basis. Vanessa, right, Vanessa?
Yes, we do send them out. Miss Jackie, I'm not sure why you receive some and don't receive others. You can probably check your spam. I'm not sure. I'll look it up and see if you actually was sent it, because we can tell who received emails. We can tell if they were opened or not. We can tell if they were blocked. So I will see why you didn't receive the golf tournament one, and I can also forward you the email, okay?
Okay, that's good. And also, I check my spam and my promotions and everything every day because I was signed up at 6 places to get the coronavirus vaccine. So I was checking every single day. And then also, about the vaccine, I'm getting flyers where they're giving the vaccine in mass sites and at community centers and churches and whatever. So if anyone on the call knows someone who does not have a vaccine yet, if you email me and if I get something coming in again, last week I got something for every day of the week at Mondawmin Mall. And the week before, something at the Prince Hall Mason. So, if you know someone who needs a vaccine, let me know. And as soon as I find something else, I'll certainly send it out to you.
Thank you. Okay, it's almost time to wrap up. Would anyone else like to add anything or say anything before we end this call? Okay, it looks like
Allison,
nobody.
Mike Bell.
Hi, Mike. Yes, Mike.
Allison, I just want to say welcome back.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Good to be back. Thank you. Okay. Well, if any, I know Vanessa said she'd send the golf tournament email to Jackie, and I'll just send it as a group through the class agents email line, just so you all get it. And if you need anything, just email, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. And I'd like to thank Ms. Brown and Vanessa and Barbara for the time that I was out for doing what they do anyway. So thank you. And it's good to see everybody. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.